What to do when a recruiter asks you about salary. Look, I've seen so many videos on this, and most of them are just weird mind games that don't work. As a recruiter of a decade, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to say and what to have prepared when this comes up in the first conversation. So when the recruiter asks you about salary, if they ask you what you're making, just say, I refuse to give you that information, and always talk in terms of what you're targeting. Never say something like, well, I'm making 50, but I'd settle for 60. That's probably the worst thing you can say, and in most states, it's illegal for a recruiter to ask you what you're currently making. Now, the first step in this conversation would be to ask them, do you have a budget for the role? If they do, and they give you the range, then it's over. Then you can just decide whether or not you're interested in the role and whether or not it makes sense to continue the conversation. If the recruiter pushes back and says, what are you targeting? Instead of giving you the range, you still need to be prepared because some recruiters will not move you forward unless you settle on a range in the conversation. So if they ask you what you're targeting, have a range in mind. What I recommend is doing the research, figuring out exactly what that range is, what you're comfortable with, and make sure whatever range you give them, the low end of the range is not your actual low amount. So if your low amount was 80, say 90 to 110. But do me a favor, do not say based on my research. You don't need to justify how much money you're targeting. And the truth is, it's nothing to do with your research. It's all to do with the value you're gonna bring. So try it next time you're in an interview.